So welcome back to the Biohead 6 introduction. I'm William. In today's video I've got a car in from a customer of mine, and that thing's actually pretty cool. Let me check this thing out. Check it out. This is a as you can see, a 205. It's a GTI. Needs some love. The thing's pretty dope. It's pretty high up its wheels. It's on the standard wheels. This used to be a the Maxpower days. It used to be one of a car like those. That's why it has like rally arches on it, which are cut for like a body kit. The skirts were over here. It's the same here. This bit is actually, quite nicely done, but back in the day probably. Nowadays it looks shit. Bumpers are all replaced. Look at this. This exhaust. This might be give a bit of giveaway what's under the hood. But this thing has been sat for years and years, which happens with these cars. The owner of this car asked me if I wanted to rebuild the rear beam, which I'm going to do, and do some bits and bobs on the car. No big jobs. I don't do big jobs yet because, of course, I've got a shared workshop. I'm not a garage, but for an MI62 I'll make an exception because that's what this thing is. Of course. Check this out. Maybe it's a bit dark. Lighting isn't great, but as you can see, the XU9J4 MI16 is in here. This thing is quite healthy. I drove it around just now and then. That's why it's wet. It's also why I'm doing the video inside, because it's raining and it's a bit windy. But this thing is pretty dope. I quite like it. But yeah, he wants a new the rear beam done, suspension revamped and replaced. He's got like Coney yellows. I think these are all Coneys. I think they are. Yeah, he wants those things installed. I don't know. Didn't know it came with the car or anything. I don't know. But these things, I'm gonna check those up. He wants that window changed if I have time for that. And well, change. I mean, it doesn't go up automatically anymore. You need to help it. And the seat is a bit, this one, this, at least it's, I mean, what you gotta do? Huh? And he gave me a little list, which isn't bad. And oh yeah, probably the most important bit after the rear beam is there is play in the steering wheel, like this much, which is the coupler that's behind, behind the steering column, which connects to the steering rack. Which of course you can't see because it's a bit dark. But I'm gonna fix this car for him. It might take a little while because I have to like inspect everything and but he proposed it. I think he actually found me for this video series. So he was like, "Yo, this guy needs to work on my car," which I'm going to do. But look at this thing. Someone did some work on this. That's pretty cool. And this is a is this a 4 or 5 part, maybe a 3 or 6 part? 4 or 6, I think actually. And yeah, this engine bay is pretty full and pretty hot, which is good. And what? Yeah, hell has he been doing? well, at least the car works, which is good. Yeah, so let's go do some work on it. This is the suspension that came with the car. These are all Coney yellows, all adjustable. I'm not sure if these things are savable. These things are pretty, stuck. You can't push them in or anything. On normal dampers, these are for my XS. You can just press them in a little, as you can see. Press them in. These ones are absolutely rock solid, but they're also maybe they're on the tightest setting. I don't know, but they seem a bit tight. But maybe if I can put them in one of these axles and then they can get loose again. But I don't know. These things seem all right at first glance. Just a bit dirty, but I'll take the top head off, inspect them. I'm going to replace the bearing and probably this rubber in there for Baker BM1. He wants a little bit tight. It's going to be a weekend warrior car, so I've got to do some works towards getting that goal. But I'm going to clean this stuff up, clean this stuff up and inspect it. That's what I'm going to say. And then and then see what we can do. Took the first one apart. As you can see, the What do you think? The rubber over here completely destroyed. So I'm gonna order one of the rubber stops. These are destroyed. This rubber seems alright. These probably very cheap. If you can get new ones, I'll get the new ones as well. The bearing, top bearing, where's this one? Seems alright as well. Slightly, little bit of damage maybe, but these are cheap. So he wants new ones, so I'm gonna order a new pair of those. And the other one is probably the other one's probably the same. So look, the rubber over here is deteriorated. I'll add those to the list. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this up. There's the, oh boy, yeah. I'm gonna clean this up a little and you know, make it look good. So took all that stuff apart, and it looks pretty good. These two are tested and they actually work. It's just of course there's for I don't know, sporty driving or even track driving, so they're very stiff, but they work. I was quite surprised by that, and all the button that you can adjust them still works, which is pretty cool. I have these on my track car as well, so I know they're actually pretty good. And these ones are questionable, because if you look over here, it goes in quite nicely, but then it stays like that. I'm not sure, but they're supposed to come out again if I'm not wrong. And this one is, when you push it in, it's quite stuck, but it's also possible that it's on a very stiff setting. I can't pull it out with my hand, maybe, but these are adjustable as well. I have to look into that, but they don't seem to be leaking. They seem to be alright, and I'm going to play around with the button, and maybe if I loosen them up a bit, they come back up again. And they've been set for quite a while, maybe they're a little bit stiff, which is totally possible. So yeah, but other than that, it's all fine. Now we're going to order 2 of these and two bearings, and this checkup is alright. So I'm done for today when it comes to the car, and now I'm going to... So the first thing I'm going to address in this car is the play in the steering wheel, which is absolutely nothing to have. So what I've done, taken this panel out, which is over here, which is a couple of screws. It's not too difficult. And don't forget this big one. And then you have the steering shaft right over here. I'm just going to replace it, because when there's play on you know, the coupler, it's a non-fixable part. You just have to replace it. So I'm going to take this thing out. Going to unscrew this thing, and under the hood there's one more bolt, and you could just, you know, in some way, but I'm not sure if you can get it out without removing the rack, but I think you will, because this thing slides in and out. You'll slide it up, you can take it off the steering rack, and that should be right. But I can't. The annoying thing is, because this thing has been converted to power steering, which is pretty cool. I don't really know if the standard one fits. There are like 2 versions of them. No, with the splines, and the one with, I think it's a square or something on it, and I'm not so sure. But I have to look which one it is, and just get the message. So I'm gonna take that thing out and see what it is. So first things first, on this very hot day, or these very hot days actually, I'm gonna take out the one steering arm thing. This right over there, 1 bolt. And like I showed you before, 1 bolt under the dash. I'm going to do that 1 bolt first. That 1 bolt? Yeah, correctly said. So let's get started. I'm probably not going to film like you too close, because it's a bit annoying get a camera in there, but you see, you know what I mean. It's just take this thing out, you know. So I've got the first bolt out from out of there. As you probably cannot see. A bit annoying, it's a bit tight, because you can't, it looks very accessible, but you can't really get like a tool in there to actually make it move. But luckily I got some air tools, got that done. Didn't took too long, so it was alright. Yeah, so now I'm going to go underneath the dash and do that one. So, second bolt is out, and now let's see if we can wiggle that thing off the steering rack and remove it. It shouldn't be too difficult, but this thing has sat for quite a while, so who the hell knows. Took the steering axle out, or the steering, whatever it is. Turns out I need to take the whole steering column off. You know, that's the thing. Turns out that's supposed to be done. But this thing is a splined one. Not sure if I have that one. looked like a square one, but let's see if I have the correct one ordered. So yeah, it all looks pretty good though. So let's see that. So what do we have here? Some packages. Yes, we have here the new bump stops and the covers for the Koni struts. They're a bit shorter, but it's probably alright. The top mount bearings, one in a bag and one in a little box, both SKF, so that's good. And steering shaft, check it out. Oh man, he's gonna love this thing. That's pretty good. And we have here two 309 GTI brand spanking new A-arms, lower control arms. So yeah, that's going to make this car handle a bit better. So what we have here, all the new stuff. Well, also the new stuff. You see, these ones are alright. They're a little bit shorter, but you know, it's alright. It's only the bottom part, the top part, gonna be okay. So we have here, it's one of these bearings, just like that, brand spanking new. Put that thing in there. These are two old ones, still pretty good. That thing like that, done. It's an old one. Yeah, just like that, sorted. The only thing that needs to come in are the new top rubbers. They came from a different store from the UK. They were Baker BM ones. Baker BM discontinued those, but I found a shop that still had one set in stock and ordered those. They'll be late, or else I would have, you know, assembled these already. But they're not in yet, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, pretty happy with all the stuff. Things are moving on, and yeah. So as you can see, I took the steering axle out, or the steering shaft, or whatever the thing is. And the problem is, this is an old model one. I had a suspicion it was. It's quite worn, and the U-joint is just very plain. The problem is, these are no longer being made. I got this one, which is a new one, which is a newer style one, which obviously doesn't fit. I thought there will be a company that will put these two together and make it, but they do not want to do it because it's quite risky and they're not specialized in it. So you have to figure out something to get this thing done. But that's a job for another day. What we're going to do now is fix this window. Check this out. As you can see, the window's down, or up I mean. And when I put it down, lots of noise. Not a lot of action. Yeah. Yeah. No good. Let's fix this. We're going to start off taking the screws out of here. There are two bolts in here, or bolts or screws. I think there are screws actually. Take those things out. Two screws in the speaker grill, and I believe this thing just clips off. It should. Yeah, clips right off. Then you take the door card off. It's, of course, there are a bunch of clips over here, but this thing has been off before, as you can see. This car has had a life. But yeah, let's take that stuff off. Start je telefoon bij, of niet?
Ja man.
Ik kan muziek wel aanzetten. Dit wordt waarschijnlijk toch... Ja, dit zijn niet de standaard knopjes. Holy shit, I just noticed something. Ivo, if you could look at the camera underneath the door, look at the underside of the door. Camera sees it, but I don't think Ivo can see it. Yeah? This car I've seen better days, but lucky it's just the door. You can just get a new door, but... Wat is het Nederlandse woord daarvoor?
Representatief.
Ja, inderdaad. Look at this thing, and the more things you see, it's just speaker bill over there is mounted sideways. I don't know if you can see it from here, but it's just like, come on, man. When I was driving the car, you don't look at that. Oh well. Even kijken hoor. Deze even los. So, door card is off. This thing can use a bit of a clean though. God damn, look at this. But it's in good shape actually. It doesn't look too bad. Obviously you can see this thing has been off before and... Oh yeah, I do need the buttons though. See what is going on in here. Aha! Yeah, the whole arm has come off. But where is the rest? Hey, denk je dat je hierin kan komen met de camera? I don't know if you can see it, but as you can see, this is the lifter, and that thing is lifting nothing. Ja, je ziet het hè. Okay. For the people who knows what this is a cap from a two-way crossover, which is from an audio system. But it's just the cap. I don't know where the rest is, but somewhere. Oh, that look good. Window seal. Rust. I should say this car is in mint condition.
Most definitely.
Oh. Well, as you can probably spot, there are some parts missing in here. The window guide is completely missing, probably broken and removed and not replaced. So, yeah, that's what I need to find one online. So that's why I had to take this thing apart so we can know what to do. So yeah, let's go online and find one. Awesome, man. That's it. So, what I have in the mail today is the mounting rubber and a new window slider. Yeah, as you've seen in previous videos, this thing was missing. The only problem is I have no idea where it's supposed to mount, because I usually look at it when I move it. Because I did one of these before, but it's been a while, so I'm not quite sure. But you have to figure it out. Google is your friend. So this is the window and the slider, and judging from the dirtiness over here, I think that's where it's supposed to go. So this thing's about to go here. This thing is go on there, and it's supposed to like clamp into each other without any bolts or anything. Well, as you can see on my sweaty head, it took quite a bit of persuasion to get the thing on. Didn't film everything unfortunately, but it took quite a while. But it's on there. Now let's hope it's slightly roughly in the correct place. Yeah, let's hope so. Yes, I'm not quite sure what has been filmed because the camera angles were quite terrible, so I'm not quite sure how that's gonna go. But as you can see, got the buttons all connected. Oh goodness gracious. The window goes up and down, and that one also a bit slow though, but battery's running that a little bit, so window is fixed. Let's put the door back together, and this is one job fixed. Well, I'll have to do it back again. So let's go do that. I'm probably not going to film that because that's, you know, battery's running down and easy. So what finally came in the mail are these beauties. These are the Baker BM's Group Hand Rally, you know, what are these called? Top rubbers for the front struts. Let's go over here. As you can see, they've got them stacked nicely. And that's where they go. Right under the strut mount or top mount. There you go. Put these in. Or the other way around actually, I think. Oh, that one was correct. Put like that. And done. That was basically it. And now I'm just going to reassemble it, and you know, you have a look when I do that. I'll probably just time lapse the whole thing. So yeah, let's put this thing together. Well, and there you go. There it is. A pair of kind of reconditioned Coney yellows with lowering springs, new bearings, new rubbers, dust bins, what is it? Dust covers and bump stops. So that makes the car ride a bit better. So just wait for the last couple of things, and then the car will go up the lift, and we take the suspension off, including the rear beam, and the rear beam is going to be rebuilt, and of course this will be installed. And if you look at these are the old ones. They're quite noticeably softer, but they're still good. But replace them anyway. So I've got the car on the lift now, as you can see. I'm going to prep it for the front suspension chain. So pretty straightforward. Take these things off, take the wheels off and everything, and well, that's basic. That's usually, if you know how to know what to do, it's not that hard. So basically I'm going to do that, and after that I'm going to take the rear beam off. But that will probably be in the next video. But for this video, front suspension it is. So let's take all this stuff off and replace it. So, progress report. Things are not going as well as I was hoping, but that's expected for such an old car. This bolt right over here is rusted into the bush, which is something that happens. So this one over here, that's rusted in, so that's not coming out. You know, it's not too big of a deal. I know how to do it, but you know, this means I have to remove all the suspension, which I'm already in the process doing. But it's not too bad. These things just happen. On the underside, on the other hand, this side's actually doing quite well. As you can see, the control arm is out, and the new one is ready to go in. We're not gonna put it in just yet because also the suspension has to be changed. But we're probably not going to remove everything because we don't have to cut anything, so that's alright. This one is the new one for this side. This one's actually just, like I said, ready to go in, but this Coney yellow has to go in first. So yeah, we might do that first, but I think we're going to focus on that side, cutting that bit out. So I'm just going to do that. So we took this side of the suspension off, and now we're going to do a quick walk around. Ivo is assembling this side. Another, you're going to turn the music off because I'm yelling loud enough, and yeah, that's what it is. This side is coming up next. After that was this, and still need to come up with a plan to cut the thing out, but probably the plan is to buy, you know, one of these reciprocating sawzall and just saw it out, because we don't have one. But we'll arrange that, no problem. Well, the reciprocating saw did its job. As you can see, the low control arm has been removed. Unfortunately, that also means I need a new bolt, which is not the end of the world, but you know, that needs to happen. They're both over there. And you've seen that the Ivo, the one who's filming right now, was doing the front suspension, which is on the floor and ready to install. And that's probably what I'm going to do now. So, yeah. So, with also the right side, complete suspension has been removed. The axle is still in place because, of course, it has the whole axle connected to it. Yeah, Ivo is now has removed the old suspension, cleaning that stuff up and re-greasing it, and we will be installing this one, cleaning this one up and greasing it, and then together probably, or by myself, whatever, put this side ready on. Maybe the control arm. Is it this one? No, it's that one. That one is ready to go on. And great news, it's going well. This side was actually really easy, so it's what I like to do, man. I like doing this. And with the whole front suspension changed, I'm gonna end this video. Even though we're still missing one bolt, of course, because I had to cut it out. But I already ordered a new one and it's coming over this week. But we'll probably mention that when we finish the car. It's probably the third video maybe. Probably. But this is the first video of this car. Second video will be start filming tomorrow. We're going to take the rear axle out, or the rear beam, depending where you're from. And rebuild that one and put it back in. And that's probably the end of this thing. For me, I think. Yeah, I think so. I want to thank you for watching. Like if I want to see more, and hopefully see you in the next one. Later.